Hello, World of Tank Blizzards. It's a Littlefinger, and I just real quick wanted to run down some of the changes in Update 7.1. All right, guys, here we are in the garage, SP1C. It did get some slight improvements, and I did a full tank review on that. Hopefully you checked that out. But if we jump on over to the news, and here is their section on 7.1. And yes, I like to do this as a historical reference to myself. A little bit more on that in a second. But new map, Yukon, really fun. Big wide open map seems to favor the light tanks and hold down tanks for now. Obviously, more ways to spend gold. You've got the Valiant camo you see here on the Vickers Light and the Scarface camo there on the SU-130 PM, and then Flux, which is available to any tank, and Shattered Flames. Avatars, okay, great. We'll skip over that. Don't really care. So a little bit here about the rebalancing. I wanted to just go over here. We had some tanks that got a little bit of an armor buff. I'll talk about that in a second. The Grill's 15's rate of fire was increased, and the Foch 155 on the single shotgun aim time was made more quicker. So, but the big thing here, HP, reload time, and average damage for Tier 1 through 4 vehicles were changed in order to narrow the gap in characteristics between Tier 4 and 5 vehicles, making the branch research process more pleasant and consistent. Yeah, so in real worlds, it just means we screwed up update 5.5 and now we're trying to make it better. So let's take a look at what that means exactly, and we'll jump on over here to Blitz Hangar, which is a great resource for all of these updates. And as you can see, we're on 7.1, which means we have started year 7 of Blitz, and this is their first update. Obviously 7.0 came out at beginning of year 7, and if you want, you can go up to the top and change it to 5.5. And if you're new, within the last year or so to the game, look at all of what happened at 5.5. These tanks here, this whole list of tanks, were taken out of the tech tree, making it so much easier for you guys to get to the upper tiers. Thus the reason why you've got so many inexperienced players at the upper tiers right now. So we've got 2 new premiums coming out. We've got the Centurion Mark 5.1, and it's a typical British medium tank. It's going to have nice view range, good penetration, not going to do a lot of damage, and a really fast reload time. So you've got one of the little pew pew guns where you've got to be exposed a lot. A very difficult playstyle. And then we're going to get the T-44-85, which in true Russian characteristics, you're going to have to rely more on your brawling abilities in this tank. Again, your damage and your DPM is just not going to be on par with the other tanks, but you're going to have some nice troll bouncy armor and get some good shots in there. And so as I scroll through here, all of the changes to all of these tanks that they messed up in 5.5, and it's just a joke. It's just a joke. But wanted to get to here, so here are some of the changes they made, and then if there's a gun there that doesn't have a green highlight, means there were no changes to it there on the SU-100. Again, just the bottom tier gun was changed. So we'll just quickly scroll through all of this because this is a lot of changes. To me, it makes it look like they've increased the hit points a lot. My guess is probably these battles were a little bit too quick, and so they're just looking to extend the battle times a little bit. And so look at this. This is just crazy. Just crazy. They messed up 5.5, and that's all I'm going to say about it. So the patent here, you can see a couple of points on the turret. Looks like they fixed some problems that they had with the armor. The KV-4 gets a huge increase to the frontal armor. This tank is horrible and really difficult grind, so hopefully that should help a little bit. And then obviously the IS-6 got just a little bit of an increase, but obviously you guys want to watch the new map, so let's jump right on into that. Alright guys, let's get started here on the new Yukon map, and you can see I am in the T-22, obviously tier 10, and this battle, I get a good bit of the map in, which is why I want to show it to you. And we are spawning on the southeast side here, and the falls is off to our left, just to the left of Cap D there. And this part of the map here does offer some nice good hold down positions, shots across a lot of the map. But I'm gonna rush into D here, and quickly we're gonna find ourselves up against yeah, too many tanks. So we get the shot into the prototype, and you know, so poor decision there. Everyone had the same idea, and thankfully, you know, we get a little bit of the bounciness that we get from the T-22, which is one of the big assets of this tank. It does have a very low DPM, very low alpha, but it does very troll as far as the armor goes, and you'll see that throughout this game. We do get quite a few bounces. Alright, so there's the E4, still up towards their spawn area. In town there towards A and B, you'll see there's some buildings. There's some side scraping opportunities in there. You know, there's a building that you can drive through. But you know, my goal here is to just continue pushing around and see if we can't get this Progetto and this E4 out of this position. So there goes the Progetto. E4 has backed around the hill here. I'm not sure if he's retreating or if he's just reloading. Oh, here he comes. A nice fortunate bounce there, 640. So again, now we can push in, and we're looking towards B, and you know, their heavies here now have pushed, so we've already flanked. And this is really all because this E4 has not pushed me, right? He's come around. There he is. We get another very fortunate bounce. We know we can reload faster than him, so we'll take that next shot. And again, another bounce. This guy's having a rough time of it today. So we're going to get around in and finish him off. So still plenty of time left in this game. We're at 7:15 at cap points. And instead of pushing right through the middle there, I'm going to try to flank around, back around that T-30 again. So really the only part of the map that I really didn't do much driving in is over there towards their spawn and in towards A. So we get up behind the T-30 there, and again you can see nice wide open map. It's pretty hilly, you know, so you're gonna get a really good for these hold down positions. Track that damn Badger. That's a tough tank to face frontally, so we'll just go ahead and retreat and, you know, work on double teaming this IS-7 here. Make sure we get the kill. We've got the VK and the Badger left, and that's going to do it. The Badger's going to survive, but we're going to win this game. So it appears to be a fun little map, and there's a lot of places where you can sneak up on people, and no real one strategy of forming just yet, but I'm sure that will happen over the next few weeks. And so guys, I hope you're having fun out there. Staying safe, and remember, get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger out.